Good evening, Clay County. We are at Middleburg High School for a special recognition of community heroes. Tonight's events are going to feature many members of different organizations, including the Clay County Sheriff's Office, who assisted during Hurricane Irma with relief efforts that included working during the storm, working after the storm, and the process to get the community back up to par and cleaned up and so forth. So what you're watching this evening is going to be a special event from Middleburg High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Powers Field on the campus of Middleburg High School for tonight's game between the Fleming Island Golden Eagles and your Middleburg Broncos. On behalf of Roger Daly, Principal, Alan Powers, Athletic Director, and Carl Smeltzer, Head Football Coach, we would like to welcome our guests from Fleming Island High School, Principal Thomas Pittman, Athletic Director Travis Cunningham, and Head Football Coach Damian Springs. Welcome to Bronco Country. We begin this evening with a special program. Teams, bands, cheerleaders, and special guests, please take your positions on the field and track. Fans from both schools, may I have your attention, please? Last year at this time, Middleburg community members, especially those with homes on or near beautiful Black Creek, were hardest hit by the after effects of Hurricane Irma flooding. Even areas that had never flooded before flooded quickly with devastating results. 500 homes in Clay County were destroyed, the vast majority of those homes here in Middleburg. While all of Clay County was impacted to some degree by loss of power, downed trees, or water damage, numerous MHS students, teachers, and their families lost most, if not all, of their belongings. Some are back in their homes following a year of painstaking repairs, and some remain displaced. But Clay County residents are strong and don't ever count out the bird. We rally to help our family, friends, teammates, and strangers alike, responding in boats to rescue stranded neighbors, working long shifts to provide security, clear roads, and restore power lines, sharing generators, providing food, clothing, cleaning supplies, and opening our homes. We got through it together. Determined to overcome these hardships, students returned to school, teachers returned to class, administrators shuffled resources and schedules to get things back to the new normal. While it's impossible to name every heroic friend, first responder, utility worker, kind neighbor, faith-based group, or good Samaritan who jumped into action to provide assistance, because there are so many, what we can do tonight with the help of Middleburg High School Principal Roger Daly is reflect on the 12 months that have passed and say a heartfelt thank you to the several small groups of community heroes who represent the thousands who responded. During and after Irma, our MHS campus became the county's command post for responding aid workers, rescuers, and large equipment sent here from states far and wide. The Emergency Operations Center in Green Cove Springs buzzed with activity as public safety officials warned us of impending storm and coordinated response efforts. Coordinating that effort and sheltering of nearly 1,000 residents was Emergency Management Director John Ward. John is joined by members of his team, Maria Haney and Rachel Carter. They are joined by Clay County Fire Rescue personnel, Thomas Wester, Hunter Wisdom, and Kyle Carvey, and with Chief Bernina Bush. Please welcome them to MHS this evening. As Black Creek's floodwaters topped 28 feet by September 12th, Clay County Fire Rescue, Clay County law enforcement personnel, and everyday citizens worked together. More than 300 people were rescued from rooftops or porches, and 75 animals were rescued from floodwaters too. From the Clay County Sheriff's Office, we recognize these special guests. Sergeant Keith Smith, who oversaw all shelters for the CCSO and worked with special needs residents to ensure their safety. Sergeant Smith's son also attends MHS. Master Deputy Ben Schuler, who assisted the community of Middleburg working rescue missions, evacuation calls, and family welfare checks. He also has a child who attends MHS. Traffic Deputy Ray Kittles, who worked with debris removal, traffic control, and calls for service all around Middleburg after the Irma catastrophe. School Resource Deputy Rudy Jackson, who worked in the shelters and traveled back and forth from Keystone Heights to Oakleaf, assisting those in need. Thank you, Sheriff's Office personnel and all state and local enforcement who assisted us last year. During and after the storm, power outages and downed electrical wires plagued our community. Jumping into action during and after the storm were hundreds of local Clay Electric linemen and their colleagues from partner utilities from other states. Hurricane Irma caused power outages for more than 90% of Clay Electric's members. These workers handled down power lines and restored electricity to more than 161,000 members in record time. Tonight, please welcome from Clay Electric, Melinda Pringle, Donna Hodge, Damian Stewart, Rodney Williams, Robert Keller, Brandon Shoemaker, Chris Simmons, Sue Reeves, and Jimmy Harrell, representing the many linemen who left their homes to work in rough conditions to restore electrical service to our area. Ladies and gentlemen, Middleburg High School Principal Roger Daly would like to thank all of tonight's honorees, but especially recognize two amazing groups of educators. First, a group of Middleburg High School teachers whose homes were damaged or ruined by floodwaters. They are MHS teachers Jacob Allerton, Adam Goodwin, and Kyle Rice. Despite their own emergencies at home, they did what they had to return to school once open to help teach their students, enduring months of hardship afterwards as they themselves recovered and assisted their own children at home. Please join Mr. Daly in saluting and thanking these teachers who exemplify the commitment of Middleburg educators that they have to their schools. Second, Middleburg Elementary School Principal Becky Wilkerson. Her home was destroyed in the flood. Afterward, despite her own disaster issues, including being displaced, she returned to her school to help rally resources and staff to help students and their families recover. A major part of that effort were two of her teachers, Melissa Parker and Erica Courtney. Ms. Parker and Ms. Courtney organized and ran a food pantry and clothes closet at Middleburg Elementary School for students and their family, meeting the basic needs, plus showing an amazing level of compassion and caring for our hard-hit community. They've gone above and beyond to serve our students and their fellow educators. On behalf of Principal Roger Daly and School Board Member Mary Bola, we would like to thank all of the Clay County teachers who helped get our schools up and running after the storm. They are part of an even larger community of helpful neighbors and good Samaritans who did all they could to help their neighbors in need. Middleburg's faith-based community also played a crucial role in our recovery. One example is the First Baptist Church of Middleburg, whose members went out with chainsaws to remove fallen trees from homes and driveways, distributed cleaning supplies and personal hygiene items, and fed literally 5,000 people. Tonight, their volunteers provided the pregame meal for our football players, cheerleaders, and coaches, and they are also manning our home side concession stand. We thank them, these everyday citizens of Clay County, then and now, for their support. When you combine the expertise of local officials, the dedication of our public safety and utility personnel, and the heart of our residents, there is no event that we can't weather. It's what makes Middleburg great, which makes Clay County great, which makes America great. We ask that you please direct your attention to the front of the press box and to please stand and join with us and Pastor Jonathan Morrell and Pastor Jeremy Larson of First Baptist Church of Middleburg as they lead us in God Bless America.
All right, let's sing together. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain standing at the presentation of colors and then join in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the national anthem performed by the combined bands of Fleming Island and Middleburg High School. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. as our honored guests exit the track, let's give them one last round of applause for their service to our community. Middleburg High School would also like to extend its sincere appreciation to Mary Justino for all of her hard work in putting together tonight's pregame recognition ceremony.
Hey man, how are you? Thank you everyone for watching. What a great tribute we had at Middleburg High School. We thank everybody who made this a successful event tonight. And now we look forward to a great football game. Have a good evening, Clay County.